My beloved child. Before you scroll, before your eyes move away from this message, understand this. This is not a coincidence. This is not random. This found you because something deeper is trying to reach you, and the moment you truly listen, everything around your situation will begin to make sense, because there is someone, yes, someone you already feel in your heart right now. Someone you didn't expect to still care this deeply. Someone whose presence lingers in your thoughts late at night. They are watching you, silently, carefully, emotionally, but they are holding themselves back, and the reason will shake you if you truly understand it, because this isn't about lack of love, this is about fear, a fear so strong that it has built walls between you and them, walls that you cannot see but you can definitely feel. And I need you to stay with me till the end, because what you are about to hear might change the way you see this person forever, and even more importantly, it might change what happens next between you and them, because right now, at this very moment, they are thinking about you, replaying memories, analyzing every word you ever said, every moment you shared, wondering if they missed their chance, wondering if they are already too late, and erase the part that most people don't realize. This person is not distant because they don't care. They are distant because they care too much and they don't know how to handle it. They are scared of what could happen if they step closer, scared of rejection, scared of misunderstanding, scared of losing you completely if things go wrong. So instead of risking everything, they choose silence, they choose distance, they choose to watch from afar, hoping, praying, waiting for a sign, a signal, something that tells them it's safe to come closer. And my beloved child, I know you felt this energy, haven't you? Those random moments when you suddenly think of them for no reason, those times when your heart feels heavy without explanation, those dreams that feel too real to ignore, that is not imagination, that is connection, because energy doesn't lie, and what exists between you and this person has not ended, it has only been paused, hidden under layers of fear and hesitation, and erase where it gets even deeper, because the reason they are afraid is not just about you, it's about their past, their wounds, the things they went through before you ever came into their life, the times they trusted and got hurt, the moments they opened up and were misunderstood, and now when it comes to you, someone they feel something real for, something rare, something intense, they don't want to repeat that pain. They don't want to lose something that feels so important, so instead of moving forward boldly, they step back, they observe, they protect themselves, even if it means staying away from you. And this is why their actions don't always match their feelings. This is why you feel confused, because on one side there is love, deep and undeniable, and on the other side there is fear, equally strong, holding them back, and right now those two forces are fighting inside them every single day. And my beloved child, this is where you need to be very careful, because what you do next can either bring them closer or push them further away. And I'm not saying you need to chase them, no, that's not the message here. The message is awareness, understanding. Because when you understand why someone is acting the way they are, you stop taking it personally, you stop assuming the worst, and you begin to see the truth behind their silence. And the truth is, they are not over you, they are not done with you, they are simply not ready yet, but something is changing, something is shifting inside them, because the longer they stay away, the stronger their feelings are becoming, the more they realize that distance is not solving anything. It's only making things harder, and soon, very soon, they will reach a point where they can no longer ignore what they feel, where the fear will no longer be stronger than the desire to be close to you, and when that moment comes, everything will begin to move, but until then, they are watching, learning, observing your life, trying to understand if there is still a place for them in your world, trying to figure out if you would even accept them if they came back. And this is why your energy matters so much right now. Because whether you realize it or not, they are picking up on it. They are sensing your emotions, your reactions, your presence, even from a distance. And if your energy is closed, if it is filled with anger or resentment, they will feel it as a warning sign, something that tells them to stay away. But if your energy is calm, open, grounded, they will feel that too, and it will slowly give them the courage they need to step forward. And my beloved child, I know this is not easy. I know waiting, not knowing, feeling someone's presence but not having them physically there can be confusing and even painful, but there is a reason for this timing. There is a reason things are unfolding this way, because sometimes, before two people can truly come together, they both need to grow separately. They both need to face their fears, heal their wounds, and understand themselves on a deeper level. And this person, the one who is watching you right now, is in that process, whether they admit it or not. They are changing, slowly but surely, and the moment they overcome what is holding them back, the distance between you will no longer make sense to them, and that's when movement happens, that's when communication begins, that's when the truth comes out, and you need to be ready for that moment, not desperate, not waiting in pain, but ready, grounded, aware, because when they finally gather the courage to come closer, it will not be a small step, it will be something significant. Something that reveals everything they've been holding inside, and you will see clearly then why they stayed away, why they watched from a distance, why they struggled to come closer, and more importantly, you will understand what role they are meant to play in your life moving forward, because not every connection is meant to stay hidden forever. Some are meant to rise, to transform, to come into the light at the right time. And my beloved child, this message found you because that time is approaching, closer than you think, so don't ignore what you feel, don't dismiss the signs, because someone you love is not as far away as they seem. They are just one decision away from stepping into your life again, and when they do, everything you've been questioning will finally begin to make sense. Do not lose your focus now, because what I am about to reveal will go even deeper into the truth you've been sensing but couldn't fully understand, and this is where everything begins to shift, because while you have been trying to move forward, trying to distract your mind, trying to make peace with their silence, this person has been going through a silent storm within themselves, a storm they haven't shown to anyone, not even to the people closest to them, because the emotions they feel for you are not simple, they are not easy to explain, they are layered, intense, and sometimes even overwhelming, and that is exactly why they have chosen distance over expression, because expressing what they truly feel would require them to be vulnerable in a way they have never been before, and vulnerability is something they have learned to fear, not embrace. And yet despite that fear, despite that resistance, they keep coming back to you in their thoughts, in their emotions, in the quiet moments when they can no longer distract themselves, and that is the truth you must hold on to, because people do not repeatedly think about someone they have no feelings for, they do not watch from a distance if they have truly let go, and this person, my beloved child, has not let go of you, not even close. In fact, what they feel has only grown stronger with time, But here is the part that most people misunderstand. Growth of feelings does not always lead to immediate action. Sometimes it leads to deeper fear, because the stronger the feeling, the higher the risk of pain, and this person is someone who calculates risk emotionally, someone who weighs every possible outcome before making a move, and right now, in their mind, the risk of losing you completely still feels greater than the reward of coming closer, and that is why they remain where they are, watching, waiting, hesitating. But something inside them is starting to change. Something is beginning to push against that fear. Something that is telling them they cannot stay silent forever, and this shift did not happen overnight. It has been building slowly, through moments when they missed you more than they expected, through times when they saw something that reminded them of you and it hit deeper than it should have, through nights when they wondered what you are doing, who you are with, whether you have moved on or if there is still something left between you. And these thoughts are not random, they are signals of emotional attachment that has not been resolved, and unresolved emotions always find a way to surface, no matter how deeply they are buried, and now those emotions are reaching a point where they demand to be acknowledged. And my beloved child, this is where your role becomes even more important, because you are not just a passive part of this connection. Your energy, your actions, your silence, everything you do is influencing the way this situation unfolds, and I need you to understand something clearly. Chasing them will not bring them closer, forcing communication will not make them open up, because their distance is not caused by lack of interest, it is caused by internal conflict, and internal conflict cannot be solved by external pressure. It can only be resolved from within, and what you can do, what you must do, is hold your power, remain grounded, continue your life without shrinking yourself for their absence, because when they see you standing strong, when they feel that you are not waiting in desperation but existing in your own strength, it creates a different kind of pull, a pull that is not based on neediness but on respect, curiosity, and even admiration. And this is what slowly breaks down their fear, because they begin to realize that you are not someone who will trap them or overwhelm them, but someone who can stand beside them without losing yourself. And that realization is powerful, more powerful than any message or confrontation. And my beloved child, I know there are moments when you doubt all of this, moments when your mind tells you that maybe they don't care, maybe you are imagining things, maybe it is time to completely let go. And those thoughts are natural, but they are not the full truth. They are only a reflection of the silence you are experiencing, and silence can be misleading, because just because someone is quiet does not mean they are empty. Sometimes it means they are processing more than they can express, and that is exactly what is happening here. This person is processing you, your connection, your impact on their life, and they are trying to understand how to move forward without repeating their past mistakes. And while they are doing that, they are also observing you, not in a controlling or unhealthy way, but in a way that seeks reassurance. They are looking for signs, signs that you are still the person they remember, signs that you have not completely closed your heart to them, signs that there is still a possibility, even if it is small. And my beloved child, whether you realize it or not, you have already been sending those signals, through your presence, through your energy, through the way you continue to carry yourself, and those signals are reaching them, slowly, quietly, but surely, and it is creating a shift inside them, a shift that is moving them from fear towards courage, from hesitation towards action. And this transition is not always visible on the outside, but it is very real on the inside. and the closer they get to that moment of decision, the more intense their emotions will become, which means you may start to feel their energy even stronger. You may notice more synchronicities, more unexpected thoughts about them, more emotional waves that seem to come out of nowhere. And instead of resisting these moments, I want you to observe them, understand them, because they are part of the connection that still exists between you, a connection that has not been broken, only delayed. And my beloved child, I must also prepare you for what happens next, because when this person finally reaches out, when they finally gather the courage to come closer, it may not be perfect, it may not be exactly how you imagined, because they are still learning, still growing, still overcoming their fears, and that means their approach might be hesitant. Their words might not fully capture what they feel, but their intention will be real, and you will be able to sense that, and in that moment, you will have a choice, a very important choice, to either respond from your past hurt or from your present understanding, and that choice will shape everything that follows. So do not rush, do not react impulsively, take your time, stay grounded, and remember everything you have understood about this situation, because clarity will be your greatest strength when that moment arrives. And my beloved child, this story is not over, not even close. It is simply unfolding in a way that requires patience, awareness, and strength, and you have all three within you, even if you don't always realize it. And very soon, sooner than you expect, something will shift in the physical world that reflects everything that has been happening beneath the surface, and when it does, you will look back at this moment and understand why things had to happen this way. And why, beloved child, stay with this message, because now we are entering the part that most people never truly understand, the part where everything hidden begins to rise to the surface, the part where silence can no longer hold back what the heart has been carrying for so long. And I need you to listen very carefully, because what is happening now is not just emotional, it is transformational, not only for them, but for you as well. Because while you have been trying to make sense of their distance, trying to interpret their silence, something within you has also been changing. You are not the same person you were when this connection first began. You have grown, you have learned, you have felt the weight of confusion and still found a way to stand, and that growth is not unnoticed. Even if they have not said a single word about it, they feel it, they sense it, and it is affecting them more than you realize, because now when they look at you, whether through memories, through glimpses, or through the silent ways they keep track of your life, they no longer see the same version of you they once knew. They see strength, they see distance in a different form, not coldness, but self-respect, and this both attracts and intimidates them at the same time, because the stronger you become, the more they realize that if they come back into your life, they cannot come back halfway. They cannot come back with confusion. They cannot come back with games. And that realization is exactly what is forcing them to confront themselves in a way they have been avoiding for a long time. And my beloved child, this is the moment where everything begins to intensify, because when someone can no longer run from their own feelings, they are left with only two choices: to step forward or to lose the connection completely. And this person, whether they admit it or not, is reaching that exact crossroads. And this is why their energy around you may feel stronger than ever, even without direct communication, because internally they are getting closer to a decision, and decisions carry energy, they create pressure, they build momentum. And you are sensitive enough to feel that, even if you cannot explain it logically. and I need you to trust that feeling, not overthink it, not question it every second, but trust it, because your intuition has been guiding you through this entire situation, even when your mind tried to convince you otherwise, and now that intuition is preparing you for what is about to happen next, because very soon there will be a shift, a real, physical shift, something that breaks the pattern of silence, something that changes the dynamic between you and this person, and it may come in a way you don't expect. It may not be a dramatic confession or a perfect apology. It might be something simple, a message, a reaction, a small attempt to reconnect. But do not underestimate that moment, because for them, that small step will require a huge amount of courage. Courage built from all the internal battles they have been fighting, and my beloved child, when that moment arrives, your response will matter more than you think, not because you need to impress them, but because you need to remain aligned with the person you have become. Do not shrink, do not lose your clarity, do not forget the lessons you have learned during this period of distance, because those lessons are what will protect you from repeating the same cycle, and at the same time, do not close your heart completely out of fear, because fear is what kept them away, and you do not want to mirror that energy, you want to rise above it. You want to respond with balance, with awareness, with emotional control, and that balance is what will determine whether this connection evolves into something real or fades away completely. And I must tell you something very important now. Something that you may not want to hear but need to understand. Not every return means a permanent stay, and not every connection, no matter how strong, is meant to last forever in the form you imagine. Sometimes people come back to complete something, to say what was left unsaid, to give closure, or to experience the connection one more time with a new level of awareness. And you must be open to all possibilities, not attached to only one outcome, because attachment creates expectation, and expectation can lead to disappointment if reality unfolds differently. And my beloved child, your power lies in your ability to stay grounded regardless of what happens, to know your worth, to recognize your growth, and to choose what aligns with your peace, not just your emotions. And if this person comes back ready, truly ready, willing to meet you at your level, willing to communicate, to be honest, to face their fears, then you will feel it clearly. There will be no confusion, no mixed signals, because real intention carries clarity. But if they come back still unsure, still hesitant, still hiding behind partial truths, you will also feel that, and in that moment, you must not ignore your intuition, you must not accept less than what you know you deserve, because you have already gone through the phase of uncertainty, you have already felt what it is like to be left in silence, and you do not need to repeat that experience. And this is why everything you have gone through until now was necessary. It was preparing you, strengthening you, helping you develop the awareness you need to navigate what comes next. And my beloved child, there is one more truth I need to share with you before this part ends, and it is this connection, no matter how it unfolds, has already changed both of you permanently. It has left an imprint that cannot be erased, and that means even if things do not go exactly as you once imagined, it will still have served a purpose in your life, a purpose that contributed to your growth, your understanding, and your strength. And nothing that brings growth is ever truly a loss. And as you move forward from this moment, I want you to carry that understanding with you, to release the need to control the outcome, to trust the process that is unfolding, and to stay open, not naive, but aware, not desperate, but receptive, because something is coming, something that will bring clarity, something that will answer the questions you have been holding inside, and when it arrives, you will be ready, not because everything is perfect, but because you have become stronger, wiser, and more aligned with yourself than ever before.